So you've done all your research and you've decided to start the carnivore diet. Congratulations, that's the best decision you're ever going to make in life. I can promise you that from my own experience. But how do you start? To many people, it seems so simple, and yet people have a knack of making simple things complicated, don't they? So I want to come back to some simple basics today and run through 10 things that are going to help you start properly on the carnivore diet. So we're going to go fairly quickly. So let's get straight into it with the first tip, and that is to go to your doctor and get some blood work done. On this blood work, you're going to have all of your standard blood panel, and you're going to especially ask your doctor to add in a test for fasting insulin. The second thing I want you to do, and you'll need the result of those blood tests to do some of these, but I want you to write down 5 things. Number 1 is your waist measurement. Stand with nothing on top, and put the measuring tape around your waist, just slightly above your belly button. Stand relaxed. Don't pull it in. Don't push it out. Just stand relaxed and take that measurement in centimeters or inches and write that measurement down. The second thing I want you to write down is your blood pressure. Hopefully you've got a blood pressure machine at home. If you haven't, you can pick them up fairly cheaply. I'll put a link to the one that I've got, but any blood pressure machine will do. Write down your blood pressure. If you haven't got a machine handy when you start, just write down the blood pressure that the doctor would have taken and told you when you went to see him or her. The third thing to write down is your blood glucose level. And you can do this with a little simple finger prick test that you can get from your pharmacist or your chemist, or your doctor may have done it for you when you went to see them. But it's good to have that blood glucose level recorded when you start this journey. And then there's 2 tests that you want to write down, 2 numbers you want to write down that you'll need the blood test for. One is your HDL level, sometimes called good cholesterol, and the other one is your triglycerides. So, just to recap, your waist measurement, your blood glucose level, your blood pressure, your HDL, and your triglycerides. Write those down. They are the 5 measurements of metabolic health, and you can Google them anytime. Just write metabolic health measures, or if you want a great book on it, Philip Ovadia, the heart cardiologist and surgeon, wrote a fantastic book, Stay Off My Operating Table, and he goes through those measurements in detail. But I would encourage you to write those measurements down as you're starting this journey. Okay, number 3, and that is to take a photo. Get in the bathroom and get as much clothes off as possible, but remain decent, and take a photo front on and sideways when you're in the bathroom. Now, this is going to feel really weird and maybe even a bit dorky, but I tell you, this photo is going to become powerful down the track as a before and after photo when you've lost a whole lot of weight and you resolved a whole lot of health issues on the carnivore diet. So take a photo. Just do it, won't you? Number 4, decide on a transition plan to the carnivore diet. You might say, what on earth are you talking about? You see, some people go into the carnivore diet cold turkey. Others adopt some sort of a transition plan, maybe something more like a keto diet for 2 or 3 weeks before they go full-bore carnivore. And I will leave a link to a PDF that I've got available totally free that gives a full guide to transition plans, and you can download that. There'll be a link in the description. Number 5, maybe you should have done this before you did anything else, and that is to know your why. Sit down and ponder for a while. Why do you want to do this? Is it just about losing weight? Well, you will lose weight on the carnivore diet, but carnivore is about far more than just weight loss. Think about your health issues. Think about what your starting point, and think about why you want to do something about your health. This is a fairly radical diet, or some people see it as such. So it's important to have clear in your mind, why are you doing this? What's your reason? What's your motivation? Write that down. Okay, number 6, we're doing well. Number 6 is to clear the decks. If you were anything like me when you're starting carnivore, your kitchen is filled with all sorts of food that you really can't eat anymore. Go through your pantry and look at everything in it that's got a label on it, and anything that's got canola oil or soy oil or sugar or corn fructose syrup or any of the names that they have for sugar, put it out on the kitchen counter or the bench. And when you've got everything out, bundle it up and chuck it out. You say, what? Yeah, don't give it away. You'll be giving somebody else your poison. Just chuck it out. That's what we did. We filled up 3 garbage bags filled with stuff. And then we went through our fridge and did exactly the same. But you got to clear the deck. So that's number 6. And then number 7, it follows straight on. And that is to go shopping. Now you want to go out and you want to buy some decent meat. Get some good quality red meat. Try to steer clear of the supermarket if you can. Find a good butcher or a farm gate in your area, even better, or an online bulk order pack. You're going to be spending a bit on meat, but remember there's a whole lot of things that you're no longer going to be buying. So get some good quality meat and get some pasture raised eggs. And get some decent nitrate-free bacon, and get yourself these things, and restock your fridge and your pantry with stuff that you're going to need on this carnivore diet. If there's any chocolate, if there's any temptations there, just get rid of them. Just chuck them out altogether and go shopping and restock your pantry so that you are ready to go. Number 9, and that is to start increasing your fluids. When you're on carnivore, your body's going to go through more water than it did before. I won't go into why that happens, but it does happen. So you're going to need to drink a lot more water, or you're going to be suffering dehydration, and that will cause all sorts of issues, particularly in these first couple of weeks when things can get difficult. So one of the ways to alleviate that is to drink plenty of water. You say, how much is plenty? Or just drink as much as you can. I try to drink 8 glasses a day, but you work it out for yourself. You've just got to increase your water drinking every day. And then we have number 9, and this might surprise some of you. I want you to put the scale away. Now, you can weigh yourself when you're starting so that you've got a start weight, but I would encourage you not to weigh yourself again for at least 2 weeks. Now, there's a good reason for this, because in those first 2 weeks, there's all sorts of things happening, and changes that are taking place in your body, and there's water weight, and there's all sorts of things that are going to give you a misleading figure if you get on the scales. And what so many people do, they start the carnivore diet with great enthusiasm, they run into problems in the first 2 weeks, and they're suffering a bit, and then they get on the scale and they realize they haven't lost weight, and they are totally deflated. It's very demoralizing. Look, put the scales away. Just weigh yourself every 2 weeks if you can, but certainly no more often than 1 week, because it's going to give you a messed up figure to deal with, and it's going to throw your thinking into chaos. So don't be overboard on the scales. The weight loss will come, but the health benefits are going to come really fast, and you are going to have so much more quality of health and life on this diet than you did before, and they're the things that you want to measure and take notice of. If you want to write something down, write down your feelings, write down your energy level, write down your stress level, write down, how you're coping with the day and what you've been thinking about and what your expectations and fears might be for the future on this. They're valuable things to write down, but don't worry about your weight too much, okay? So put the scale away. Just trust me on this one. It's good advice. And then number 10, I think we got there. I might have missed one somewhere along the line. Look, it doesn't matter. But look, number 10 is simply to let the adventure begin. Just start. One of the biggest hurdles that people have in starting the carnivore diet is just that, starting. So many people think about it, and they watch YouTube movies, and they read books, and they talk to people, and they get advice, and they'll go back and watch YouTube videos again. Now, I'm not saying don't do your research. It's a good idea to do some research and some finding out about it. But if you've got to make a decision that, you may not have all the answers yet, but you're just going to start. and let the adventure begin when you do. You've passed that greatest of all hurdles, just starting. So look, this has just been a quick 9 or 10 points to get you underway, to get you started on this carnivore diet. I really want you to start. I really want you to see the life-changing benefits of this diet. I am here to help you. You can private message me or email me. My email is on my YouTube channel header. You can make contact with me. I am available. I am here to help. I am here to encourage. I've got a whole lot of free resources on my webpage. I'll leave a link to that in the description. But look, thanks for watching for this. You can do this. You can really change your life. Just stand up and take responsibility for your health and just start.